Hello, good evening, bună seara, bine v-am găsit, buona notte, buonasera a tutti quanti, se ci sarà qualcuno che vorrà vedermi live. Boa noite a quem estiver presente e quiser ver-me live, com uma pequena intervenção e meditação. Bonsoir. I'm going to speak in English because this way I can be understood by most of you, I hope. And even there will not be so many people assisting to this in this evening, the video will probably stay here in my Facebook account. So you can actually see it anytime and even take the meditation at any time you are available, if you will think it's interesting for you. I only can at this time because it's after my son goes to sleep. Yeah, and now he's at home on permanent base for 2 weeks, but probably it will be more than 2 weeks with all this situation of the pandemia. And so, yeah, he got spoiled and sometimes he's not sleeping at the usual hour in the evening. If you see some smoke, it's because I'm using some incense just to scare the virus. It's always good to have some incense, also for a good fragrance around in the environment. So, my dear friends here on Facebook, I came as promised today. I will do it a little bit louder. I came today to speak about something that I think is very much related with what is happening nowadays because of this coronavirus pandemia, and about introducing some concepts and ideas that might be useful for some of you, especially if you have a tendency for anxiety and depressive thoughts and worries and fears when this kind of events happen. It is a challenging situation for all of us, and it obliges us to change a lot of things in our routines, both at home and at work or at school, if you are still in school. And I see many people around me, although I'm in kind of isolation mode and we all are a little bit more distant respect to the others. I see a lot of comments and complaints, especially from parents having children staying at home on permanent base now, about how difficult suddenly their life is. And I'm a parent too. I also see difference and I notice the difference, and sometimes it's difficult to have the same productivity at home if I work at home, but I try to adjust and be flexible. So what I want to speak to you about today, and after I will speak about it, maybe I don't take more than 20 minutes, hopefully. I'm going also to share with you meditation. I'm going to guide the meditation, so if you are present for 20 or 30 minutes, there will be a very nice meditation towards the end of this intervention. So hopefully I will not take more than 45 minutes, but yeah, expect also to be able to get to almost 1 hour. And as I said, the topic that I proposed for you is mindful presence and focused heart. And you might ask what this have to do with this situation that we are living nowadays, a situation that became more critical in the last 2 weeks, where it has a lot to do. Because, as I said, there are so many changes in our daily life that practically oblige us to see the life itself as something special. and to understand that a very tiny small of genetic code that this coronavirus is can mess up with everything and can lead to death and to loss in our environment, in our families even. And why speak about mindful presence? Because suddenly many of us got to a point of almost stillness. Everything in our life slow down in a way that we did not expect. And many of us are used to be all the time in a very dynamic, almost turmoil lifestyle where everything needs to be done in a certain order with certain routines with a certain speed because we have our goals and we want to be productive and we want to achieve that things and the other one. But suddenly this tiny piece of genetic code that seems to be all over now floating because people are even afraid to breathe sometimes. Suddenly, this virus said, stop. Stop what you are doing. Stop this craziness to think that life will be forever because actually it's not. It can end tomorrow and you don't know if it ends or not. So the question that this situation asks to you and the question that you might ask to yourself is, how do I live my life? Am I mindful about how I live, about what's happening in my life, in my daily life, monthly life, yearly life? How do I spend my life? Do I really live or I'm just consuming life and resources I have around me? Do I really connect with people around me? Do I pay attention to these people and to myself? What is the time or the amount of time I dedicate to different activities? And how much I dedicate to the people I love, to the people that are close to me, to my friends, to my hobbies. So yeah, these are a lot of questions that actually you might wish to ask to yourself and understand that this virus says you now stop with your life as it was before is because maybe something needs to be changed in yourself or in the others or in between. And that maybe when we get to this stillness point, we have more time to appreciate what exactly life can bring. Those small miracles, those small landscapes, pieces of the puzzle that we sometimes want to put together, but we are so avid of accomplishing other things that we forget them and we put them aside for later times, thinking that we will have enough time to accomplish all those things. But what is so important, what is so important or more important than life? This gift we received, and that in most of the cases we take for granted, and it is not actually. And the focused heart is exactly what we need to achieve in our life. Because in many cases, most of the cases, we were taught, educated, formatted, if we want to speak in an IT language, to live our life from a headspace, from our thinking, from a logical mindset. And we forget our heart. We don't put so much focus on our heart in many cases because there might be people or systems or institutions that don't like this. You cannot get emotional You cannot think with your heart. You have so many things to do. Why should you place your attention and focus on the heart? Well, the virus will answer you that actually in this kind of critical and challenging moments in your life and on the planet is not the head and the brain that will bring the most logical solutions, but your heart. And you know why? Because the heart can teach you a very precious lesson. The heart teaches you how to slow down, how to be more mindful, and to have a mindful presence in your life and regarding yourself and your own life. And the heart is telling you that you have to learn to cope with the fears and uncertainty of these moments, to not get anxious and worried at extreme, to not separate yourself from the others, although when isolation and separation is needed physically. This is the heart space. And I wish to share with you a text that I find in a book written by an author that I admire a lot. And this author is Joe Dispenza. Is one of his books, Becoming Supernatural. There is no mystery. He is a scientist, a neuroscientist, and he is now leading workshops and meditations all over the world and is writing very interesting books where the spirituality and cutting edge science merge in new concepts and in new tools that can be used so we can achieve this mindful presence and achieve focus-based life, a focus-based rhythm in our life, a focus-based intentions for what we want to create in our life. And he's also the author of, as I said, the meditations, but one in particular is very interesting and is called the meditation of the present moment. And he had a lot of challenges in his life, and actually he started to create this series of meditations, and the work he's doing now in the whole world because of a very challenging moment in his life when he was able, through the power of his mind and heart, and with all the knowledge he had as a scientist, he was able actually to overcome that challenge and to get back on his feet, to be able to walk after a very, I'm sorry for the smoke, after a very difficult situation when he was almost paralyzed. And what he teaches mainly in his book and in his meditations that are actually very powerful, and many meditations change dramatically and positively the life of many people, is that you can actually change the whole course of your life only by practicing meditation, very deep meditation with a very specific intention. And a concept that is very interesting about which he speaks in this book I showed to you, called Becoming Supernatural, is about the heart frequency. And I am going to read from this book because then you understand how this actually links to the meditation we will do after, towards the end of this intervention, and also how it's linked with this concept I presented earlier about the mindful presence of ourselves in this life. And this text is called The Benefits of Heart Coherence. When we choose to cultivate and experience elevated emotions, and the coherent signal of those elevated emotions reaches the brain, if the amplitude of the signal is high enough, chemicals equal to those feelings and emotions are released into the body. We call this a feeling, and positive feelings like this make us feel lighter and freer. In other words, the energy of your whole state of being is elevated. If you are feeling an elevated sense of well-being in a safe environment, the energy of those feelings sets in motion a cascade of at least 1,400 biochemical changes in the body that promote growth and repair. Instead of drawing from the invisible field of energy around your body to transform energy into chemistry, now you are adding to and expanding that field, resulting in a new expression of chemistry reflective of the change in energy. How? If the first three energy centers of the body are energy consumers when we are out of balance, the heart is an energy expander. And when you rest your attention in your heart to create and sustain elevated emotions, that coherent energy causes your heart to beat like a drum. It's that coherent rhythmic beating that creates a measurable magnetic field around your heart and thus your body. Just like the focused beat of a drum that produces a measurable sound wave, the stronger the coherent rhythm of the heart, the more expanded your field becomes. When you are feeling hurt, anger, stress, jealousy, rage, competition, or frustration, on the other hand, the signal from the heart to the brain becomes incoherent, and this triggers the release of approximately 1,200 chemicals into the body equal to these negative feelings. This chemical dump lasts approximately 90 seconds to 2 minutes. In the short term, these stressful feelings are not harmful. In fact, if they resolve, they improve your resilience. However, the long-term effects of unresolved survival emotions put the entire body into a state of incoherence, making you vulnerable to stress-related health challenges. These survival emotions draw from the field around your body, causing you to feel separate and materialistic because you are putting most of your focus and attention on matter, your body, the environment, time, and of course, the source of your problems. Among most significant findings is that we feel on a minute-to-minute, second-to-second basis influences the heart, and that our feelings and emotions are a key aspect of unlocking heart intelligence. Because feelings and emotions are energies that emit powerful magnetic field. The stronger the elevated feelings, the stronger the magnetic field. In fact, the heart produces the strongest magnetic field in the body, 5,000 times greater in strength than the field produced by the brain. So, and this I'm going to follow with another part. Supporting evidence of heart-brain coherence was further demonstrated by a series of experiments performed by Gary Schwartz, a PhD, and his colleagues at the University of Arizona. In their experiments, they found inexplicable communications between the heart and the brain that made no sense via neurological or other established communications pathways. This discovery established the fact that energetic interactions between the heart and the brain exist through electromagnetic fields. Both examples point to the fact that when we focus our attention on our heart and emotions, the heart's beating acts as an amplifier. This increases the synchronization between our heart and brain and creates coherence not only in the physical organs but also in the electromagnetic field surrounding our body. Also noteworthy is that right behind the breastbone sits a small gland called the thymus, which has an intimate connection with the heart center. As one of the main organs of the immune system, the thymus serves a vital role in the promotion of T cells, which defend the body from pathogens such as bacteria and viruses. The thymus gland functions optimally up to the onset of puberty, but it begins to shrink as we get older because of natural decreases in the production of human growth hormone. As with many vital organs, the thymus is also prone to the negative effects of long-term stress. When we're living in emergency mode for extended periods of time and diminish our vital energy field, all of our energy is directed outward to protect us from external threats, leaving little energy to protect us from internal threats. And eventually, sorry, for some reason it went out. I'm sorry. I'll read again this. Eventually, this leads to dysfunction of the immune system. It makes sense then that as the heart center becomes activated with energy by mobilizing the parasympathetic nervous system for growth and repair, the thymus gland should become more active as well, because now we're adding energy in that gland. Therefore, the thymus gland should also benefit from the practice of sustaining coherence within the body, aiding in the support of the overall vitality of our immune system and long-term health. So this was the text I wish to share with you from this book, Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. And I think although it uses some more specialty terminology like the coherence, the heart coherence, the thymus, the electromagnetic field, I think these are general notions that many of you know. Nothing very complicated to understand. Basically, what he says, and I'm going to show you a very simple exercise that you can do. So this thymus gland is somewhere here in this bone that you have here in the middle of your chest, above the heart, in between the throat and the heart. If you place the fingers, you can feel it. The thymus is behind this bone. And a way to activate this thymus, as the author said, this thymus gland, it's very active when we are born, and it helps to boost our immunity system up to the puberty period. After that, it starts to shrink. So in adulthood and in people that have more than 14 years old, this gland is not so much active. But if we start to act on it, to activate it, and I will show you in 1 minute this simple exercise that you can do. And if you do it regularly, you can see benefits and a positive outcome. If you start to do this, your immune system can also be improved, and it can experience also more well-being. So what you actually need to do is you can beat in the middle in this bone. I'm not sure how it is called, this marrow bone or something like that. You have to beat it 3 times as you would beat in a drum, this way. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. You do not have to beat with a lot of strength, but just like that. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. And you should do this at least 10, 20, 30 times at once. More often you do, better, because it really helps to activate and to increase the immunity in whole your body. And yeah, so these were the 2 concepts I wanted to speak about. It's already almost 25 minutes. I tend to take a lot of time. We also got a little bit of interruption. But before passing to the meditation, it will be a guided meditation that I will provide to you. I will do the guidance. I will also put a little bit of music. I hope you will be able to listen. And I will give all the instructions. Before I pass to the meditation, I want that you take now or tomorrow or after tomorrow, if you will see this video, that you take 5 minutes to answer to only 3 questions. because these three questions might help you to understand something about how you live, especially in this moment of crisis and challenge, and what you actually might need to change to have a better life, to feel that you are fulfilled with yourself and that you really enjoy the life even in challenging times, and that you are able to overcome all the stress and worries and the fears that you might experience now. Of course, one way is to meditate regularly, and is what I started to practice several years ago, and I continue to practice, and it helps me a lot to stay grounded and focus on my heart, even in this kind of events. So the first question that I wish to address to you, and you might want to answer, is when was the last time that you saw the real you in the mirror? You looked in the mirror in the morning or in the afternoon, and you really saw yourself. And I'm not speaking about that you that wears a mask because of convenience, because of conditioning, because you have to go to work and you have an important meeting or a business to do. The real you, the one, she or he, or it, or here, that is inside you, that you know very well. You know all the sorrows, you know all the pains, you know all the challenges that you went through your life, you know all your joys, the feelings, the anger, the cry, the accomplishments, the love. That real you, when was the last time that when you looked to yourself in the mirror, you saw yourself? Ask this question to you and see what's the answer. And then the second question is, when was the last time that you took time actually to sit close to a person that is dear to you, that you love or you like? You just sit in front of this person and you said, I love you, I like you, I want to spend some meaningful time with you, I wish to enjoy your company. When was this last time? It might be a family member, a child you have, a lover, a spouse, a friend, a dear friend. When was this last time that you took this little bit of piece of time in your precious and busy schedule? And then the third question that I'm going to ask to you, when was the last time that you just smiled, or you made a gesture, or you helped someone that you don't know? Maybe someone you met on the street, maybe even a neighbor that you don't have so much acquaintance and confidence with. When was the last time that you just gave this small gift of a smile and of a little help and thought, or maybe an encouragement? Take 5 minutes to answer to these three questions, because they might bring more questions and further on more answers about how is to be alive and what actually matters when we are alive, what it matters when we are obliged to surrender to unpredictability of life, to accept challenges as this coronavirus pandemic, and to overcome the fear by focusing on our heart instead of our negative thoughts, increasing the coherence of the heart with positive thoughts and feelings and emotions. Ask these three questions and see what the answers are. because they contain precious clues about your life in this moment, and see if you want to change something for the future. What you think and feel is worthy to be changed in order to really have a beautiful and fulfilling life, full of hope and joy and peace of mind. And so now we get to the second part of this, the meditation. I said I will guide for you who wants to come to listen to the meditation. Maybe some of you only want to do the meditation. Once the video is stopped, I will post which minutes it start. What I want you to do is that you find a comfortable position. The meditation will have 3 steps. The first one will be to ground. I will explain what it is while I'm guiding, because it means some breathing and then a visualization of your body grounding into earth. It's very important to always stay stable in contact with the earth. And then there'll be a second part where we connect with our heart, and you will actually visualize this concept of the heart frequency, of heart coherence, in a very simple way. And the third part of the meditation will be about the circle of life and love that we can co-create together in this moment. So we can also help to increase the positive electromagnetic field, the heartbeat of the planet and humanity, because we are all connected and related. So you need to find a comfortable position. You can stay as I'm staying on a chair, and your feet have to touch the ground. You can place your hands on your laps, on your legs comfortably, and just enjoy your body. Try to relax. You can even move a little bit the shoulders, the head, and feel relaxed in your body. I will use some music while I'm guiding, and I hope you will enjoy this meditation. It will serve to sleep better and to increase the heart coherence and have a mindful presence for tomorrow and the days to come. So you can, after you find your position, you can also lay down if you prefer and you feel more comfortable. Or if you are used to meditating yoga position like the lotus position with your legs, you can also do it. You can take 1-2 minutes to prepare the position. So you can start to take some deep breaths in and out. You will inhale through your nose and exhale also through your nose. So when you take in the air through your nose, through your nostrils, imagine that you take in light, white light, and then the light goes inside your body, inside your muscles, inside your head space, inside your chest, in the arms, legs, flashing all your inner space with this white light in the inhaling. Deep inhaling. And then you flush away everything that you gathered with this white light through your nose also. When you release the breath through your nose in the exhaling movement, visualize that you actually take off from inner space towards the outer space all the worries, the burdens, the negative thoughts, depression, anxiety, fears that you have stored in these past 2 weeks. You feel that you can clean yourself just by breathing in white light, out all this negativity and burdening weights. You don't need them. Take your time to do several deep and continuous breaths this way, inhaling through your nostrils, cleaning inside with white light, and then exhaling through your nose again. Everything that you don't need anymore to carry inside you. After you took several deep breaths in this way, you will find yourself in a place of calm and stillness. Feel your body and feel relaxed. Appreciate the quality of this lack of movement inside you. Maybe there are some thoughts coming. Just observe them and leave them go away. And in this stillness, visualize that inside your body, from your lower chakras, from your abdomen or belly, roots like the roots of a tree start to grow down through your legs and feet. And they grow and expand, touching Mother Earth and getting inside the body of the Earth, inside her layers. Feel this penetration movement of these roots growing down from your feet, from your legs, growing deep, down, 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 until they reach the core, the innermost core of Earth. Visualize this movement slowly and steady. Roots strong, roots anchoring your body, grounding your body to Mother Earth, to her core, to her depths, the deepest layers of Mother Earth. And feel how from inside your body all the leftovers of the worries, burdens, negative thoughts, fears, anger, frustration, all the leftovers that were not cleaned by the breath, get down through these roots. Get down inside the core of Mother Earth. Feel this movement of release of all this negativity. Feel how your body is anchored and cleansed through these roots getting deep into the earth. If you did not close your eyes, maybe you might wish to do so, so you become more comfortable with the sensation of this release through the roots, through your legs, through your feet, inside the earth. Feel this anchoring. Feel the grounding. Feel the cleansing. And all these leftovers went down. Imagine that Mother Earth thanks you. You made her a gift. You fed her. She appreciates this. And then she sends you her love through the same roots that you grew from your body inside her body. And this gift from her is pure gold energy, vital life force, Kundalini activation, getting up like the lympha in the trunk of a tree in springtime through these roots that you grew down in her body. Feel this lympha, this activation of golden light coming up through the roots from her body, through your feet, your legs, your belly, the lower chakras, then inside your chest, inside your heart chambers, inside your throat, inside your head space. Whole your body receives this gift, the golden light of love, and this light glows in the darkness of the night and expands inside the cells, the bones, the tissues, the muscles. All your organs are filled in, cleaned, purified with this lympha, Kundalini energy, life force. Feel this activation inside the body, and through the pores of your skin, this glow, golden light gets out around you, creating a protective shell or aura. Feel how it is to be inside this cocoon of light, gold, shiny, bright light. Feel safe, feel protected. You are at home. There is no space for fear, anger, frustration, or worry. You are inside yourself, connected with outer space. You are protected and you are healthy. Feel this activation inside and around you. Now focus your attention on your heart space. Use your inner eyes to look into the chambers of your heart. What do you find there in these chambers? Is there light? Is there love? Is there confidence, hope, nourishing feelings, emotions, thoughts? What is the coherence of your heart? Feel confident, feel joyful, and imagine that your heart is a drum and that you can beat and choose the beat of this drum. Feel the beat and it beats. and it beats, and the beat increases and amplifies this golden light from inside yourself towards outside. Feel the expansion of the electromagnetic field from the heart space according to the beat of this drum. And while this expands, imagine that you send through this heart coherence movement or wave. It's an electromagnetic field, so propagating waves, that you send this coherence towards the members of your family or people living with you in your home, or towards members of a bigger family you have. Send these waves with all your heart, all your love, all the light that sits there. Continue to beat the drum, sending out these waves. And then send them farther to your neighbors, to your friends, to your coworkers, to the whole city that you live in. And send it even farther, amplified through all positive emotions that your heart chambers can hold. Send it farther to the whole country, to the whole population of your country or the country you live in now. And then send it even farther to the whole continent, to all the other countries and all the other people living in them. And imagine this propagation of the waves of the electromagnetic field in the heart coherence getting out to the whole planet, to all population, to all races living in this planet, to the soil, to the seas, to the plants and animals, to the mountains, to the clouds, to the sun and the moon. Feel this expansion and the light, the golden light from inside you getting out in waves of coherence, pure love, heartbeat, drumbeat. You decide how far you want to reach. Imagine that you join hands with all the people dear to you and all the people on the planet, and that you create a vast circle of love and life around the planet. All these hearts beating according their own drums and rhythm, emitting sound frequency, heart coherence in an electromagnetic field, intertwined and creating a bigger field of light and love. Can you feel this moment? Can you feel this energy, the amplification of this positive feeling? You are now connected to so many other people, so many other beings on this planet. You are part of this circle, an important dot in this circle, and very important player into the web of life on this planet. Imagine all these hands beating their drums from the heart space and sending this higher coherence and frequency to the planet, to all the people that need to receive, to all those that need to be comforted, to all those that pass hard times now. Feel this love and compassion in your heart and the electromagnetic field around you. Feel connected with your heart, between your heart and your brain, and with all the other hearts and the brains on this planet. Feel how it is to be here as part of a bigger circle and web, the web of light and love. Feel this miracle. It might be just a second in the flow of time, but is the only one that matters now to expand your consciousness and heart coherence around you and to amplify the energy that we need now, a healthy energy, a loving energy, heart-based energy and frequency. And be confident that your heart knows and sees everything that needs to be known and seen in your life. And when you connect with this drumbeat, you are safe, you are protected, you are guided to live your life as it should be. Every time that you will face another challenge or unpredictable event, or you will experience frustration and worry or fear and anger, remember to return to your heart chambers, to feel what is inside, and to replace the burdens or the negative energies with light, love, and compassion towards yourself, towards the others, towards the planet, and connect with Mother Earth. She will send you life force, energy, wisdom, and gratitude. Remember to be grateful for everything and for this moment, the present moment, where life unfolds the way it has to be. When you feel ready to come back, focus again on your lower body, your legs, and withdraw the roots from Mother Earth, imagining that the roots become a tree inside your belly growing a trunk in the chest, and when it reaches the heart, starts to bloom into a beautiful rose with beautifully colored petals. And each petal has a specific color or maybe a symbol. Each symbol, color, and even the smell of each petal of this rose is dear to you and only for you. Only you are able to recognize, to understand the meaning of it. Imagine that the rose opens and glows in your heart chambers. Appreciate and identify each color and symbol as something that is important for you, for your life. Maybe it's a feeling, maybe just a thought, a dream, a wish or a project, a relationship, a goal, a passion or hobby you have. Each of them are represented in this rose. Each of them belong to you, to your heart and your head, to your being and life. Appreciate and cherish all of them as they are precious gifts for your life now. Take time to dive into their beauty, to understand how special each of them is for you. Keep them inside your heart and remember to take them out when you feel ready. Remember to nourish and cherish every of them, every piece, every petal, every color and symbol, every meaning. Only you know which ones they are and when this moment will be to take them out in the world and manifest their beauty, their unique flavor, their unique shape and purpose. Be grateful again for this experience. It is a unique experience for each of you. And if you wish, you can take other 2 or 3, 4, 5 deep breaths as in the beginning, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And you can open your eyes if you had your eyes closed. Get back to the outer space, to your environment, to your home, to the room. Get in contact with the body. Feel the body again. And remember the sensations and the images that you had during this meditation. Cherish them as a gift of life, and the gift of love. Maybe there will be developments in your dreams. Maybe you'll continue to see the rose and the petals and symbols tomorrow and after tomorrow. Maybe there will be a development in your life regarding one of those symbols and colors. Who knows? Your heart will know, and your heart will tell you what to do and when. So, this was my intervention. I hope for those who saw it or will see it, you will have something to gain from it. I might come back with another intervention soon, now that we stay so long at home. I might get an inspiration for another meditation soon. Keep tuned and posted, who knows. Meanwhile, I wish you a very good sleep. Sleep well, rest, take care of yourself, drink a lot of water, eat vitamin C and healthy food, and don't stress too much. Take care of yourself, but in a mindful state of presence in the moment, connected with your heart and increasing the heart coherence through positive thoughts and emotions and feelings is the only way to stay grounded in the body and to not be afraid of anything that can come your way. Challenges will be overcome and the peace will be restored. So, goodbye, la revedere, o seară bună, somn ușor, boa noite a todos, espero que tenham bons sonhos, uma buona notte a tutti, desidero sogni d'oro e tranquillità. Good night allesamen. Og storkle. Bye bye.